guys! Today we're in Joshua Tree National Park and we're climbing my favorite routes from 5-7 to 5-11. So let's go!
All right, so the way that we're gonna do this is Reagan has chosen one route from each grade from 5-7 to 5-11, and they're her favorite from each grade. So we're gonna start by warming up on her favorite 5-7, which is a route called Double Cross on the Crazy Woman. So we're walking over there right now, and then we'll work our way through the grades. Next 5-8, then 5-9, 5-10, and 5-11. So we're gonna get started.
All right, if you've ever climbed in Joshua Tree before, you probably know Double Cross. It starts out with a super fun little sporty bit leading to a really fun hand crack. So let's get started. All right, guys, I'm starting Double Cross. This is such a classic Joshua Tree route. The climbing's pretty casual here, but the start's definitely a little run out. All right, I'm gonna place my fort in this pod right over here. Move up over there. And now I'm going to make a little step over into the crack. Right here. Now that I'm through the beginning, I'm going to make this little last step over into the crack. And then it's just a cruise to the top from here. That was so fun, but now let's move on to my favorite 5-8. This is my favorite 5-8, Sail Away. I just climbed up the blocky start and I'm standing at the base of the real climbing. This one's a little tougher than Double Cross, and I'm going to be placing some smaller gear. Right now I'm climbing up the finger crack, and in a minute I'm gonna stand up over here and cross over that way. All right, I just placed a blue totem and now I'm gonna step up here onto this foot and place this. And I'm gonna take this blue totem out so I can put my foot there. And now, I'm gonna cross over here. Woohoo! That's fun. Now I'm just gonna cruise up to the top right up here. I could stay up here all day, but we better move on to my favorite 5-9.
All right, we just moved over to the Echo T area, and I am standing in front of Reagan's favorite 5-9, which is Touch and Go. So she's behind me getting racked up. You can kind of see the route behind me there. It's a pretty awesome corner splitter that's got a little double finger crack to start out. So without further ado, we're gonna jump right into it and get climbing. Here we go.
All right, this is where the climbing starts to get a little bit more challenging. The route starts out with a sick double finger crack. I can stim on both sides right here. I'm getting bomber finger locks on both sides. The only thing bad about it is that it doesn't last longer. I'm placing a blue totem and still moving up the finger. Good, great finger locks. Super sick. Another blue totem placed. This crack peters out right here. And I have to commit to this main crack right here till I can get a hinge in right here. All right, now that I made it through the crux of the route, I'm gonna cruise up this great hand crack until I reach the juggy finish. Bomber jug, or I say crimp. Still pretty good though. Green totem. Sick. Once I get a little higher up here, I'm gonna get to a little juggy finish with a pretty good crack on the side, but some jugs to make it a little easier. Woo! This is so fun. These jugs are just too good. But now let's move on to my favorite 510.
All right, moving right along, we have now moved to the other side of the park, and we are standing in front of Reagan's favorite 510, and this one is called
Bird of Fire. This is where the climbing starts to make me a little nervous. Bird of Fire starts out with a little technical boulder problem, and you can't get your first piece in until you're way up there. So to keep things chill, I'm gonna have my dad pre-place the first piece so I'm super safe. The boulder problem isn't too bad, but because I'm so small, it's a little reachy for me. Right now I'm just starting up here. Go right up here, not too bad. I don't really have any fingers, but just a little bit. So enough little holds that I can kind of grab on. Right. Grab up here. All right, that was cool. Now I'm on this little ledge, then keep climbing right up here. is a great side pull. All right, I'm gonna move over this traverse right here, and then I'll be in the real crack. All right. This is the crux for me, so yeah, I'm a little nervous, but whoa. I made it into the crack. All right. Yeah, that's a little bouncy. It's a little nerve-wracking. You're like, ooh. Like you have your foot like here, but then you have to move your other foot over here to the actual crack. You're like, oh my gosh. All right. I'm gonna keep climbing. This hand crack section is so fun and so cruiser. All right, I'm heading into the final finger crack. So, yeah. Placed a blue totem. Now I'm just moving up. The wall gets a lot steeper here, but it's really bomber locks, so it's super good. Oh yeah, that's good. Black totem. I made it through the finger section. Now it's just a little hand crack to the top. All right, that was Bird of Fire, my favorite 510. Now let's move on to my favorite 511. And finally, we made it to the last and the hardest route of the day, Heart of Darkness. This is one of my favorite routes in the park. It's located in this really cool little hallway. It has varied sizes and varied climbing through the whole thing in such a short, sweet splitter. The route starts out with a really good locks and finger crack that leads right up here, and it's such good locks through the whole thing. And the crack's a little flared, so it makes for bomber feet. Placing a blue totem, moving up. Ooh, yeah. So fun. I'm getting up into the hand crack right now. I just finished the finger crack, and now I'm in pretty good hands, like ones, and I'm gonna move up through the roof. Super fun. This is such a cool hand crack right up here, and through all the cruxes until the top right up there. This is super fun. I love this thing. All right, I'm gonna cruise through the last few feet of these hands, and then go through the last crux of the route where the wall gets slightly overhanging and pinches down to 0.5s until the top where it gets back into hands. Ooh, this is fun. This is so good. I'm feeling a little tired, a little fatigued from the whole day, but this is my last route and I'm almost done, so let's keep climbing. I guess that's about it for this video. It was such an awesome day climbing all my favorite routes in Joshua Tree, but I'm ready to go eat some food, so see you on the next one. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe to keep up to date with all my new content.